Hello and welcome to Learn with Hema's class. My dear students, this video is on Julius Caesar Act 1 Scene 2 question and answers from Evergreen Workbook. It is of class 9 ICSE board. My dear students, like always or like previous videos, as I usually do is I'll discuss the MCQs first from the workbook and then later on I will give up the question and answers from the workbook. There are a total of 8 passages in this scene, that is Act 1 Scene 2, a total of 8 passages in this workbook. It's quite a big one, but we will cover the entire thing in this video itself. So it's just a gentle request to all of you that if you are not a subscriber to my channel, please do subscribe my channel Learn with Hema, and also if you like my videos, if you find them useful, do hit the like button, put your comments in the comment box and also share it with your friends. So let's start quickly without any delay. So the very first question is multiple choice questions, where the first one is Caesar had a fever in. The options are A. Egypt, B. Spain, C. Philippi, D. Sardis. So the correct option over here is B. Spain. Caesar had a fever in Spain. Second question, Caesar suffered from A. an epileptic fit, B. an earache, C. headache, D. stroke. So the correct option is A. an epileptic fit. Third question, the crown was offered to Caesar by the A. mob, B. senate. Third one, the crown was offered to Caesar by the A. mob, B. senate, C. Mark Antony and D. Casca. So the correct option is D. Casca. Fourth question, Caesar voiced his fears to Antony about Cassius. Options are A. having a lean and hungry look, B. thinking too much, C. both of the above. The answer is C. both of the above. Fifth question, Caesar was deaf from A. the left ear, B. the right ear, C. both ears. The answer is correct option is B. the right ear. Now let's quickly come to the question and answers of this. This is the passage 1. Caesar, who is it in the press that calls on me? I hear a tongue shriller than all the music. Cry Caesar, speak. Caesar is turned to hear. Now this is the passage and there are 5 questions based on this passage which I'll be giving answers to you. Who called out to Caesar? What did he warn Caesar of? The soothsayer called out to Caesar. He warned Caesar to beware of the Ides of March, that is of the 15th of March. What is the meaning of press? Give another name of press. Here, press means crowd. Another meaning of press is the mob, the big crowd of the common people. Why is Caesar turned to hear? How does Caesar challenge the speaker? Caesar, being deaf of one ear, turns his other ear to listen. He challenges the speaker, warning him to come to his face and say what he has to say. How does Caesar react to the warning of the speaker? Caesar does not take the warning of the speaker seriously. He just dismissed the speaker, calling him a dreamer not to be taken notice of. Who else tries to warn Caesar about the danger which is in store for him later in the play? What aspects of Caesar's character are shown? It is his wife who later warns Caesar, as she had a terrible dream of Caesar's death. Caesar is shown to be haughty and boastful. Passage 2. Brutus, Cassius, be not deceived if I have veiled my look. I turn the trouble of my countenance. Merely upon myself vexed I am of late with passions of some difference, conceptions only proper to myself. So here are the questions. That was the passage. Passage number 2. Where are Brutus and Cassius at this time? What is the occasion? Brutus and Cassius are at a public place. It is the occasion of the feast of Lupercal. The scene is soon after Caesar exits. What has Cassius told Brutus regarding the latter's attitude towards him? Cassius has observed lately that Brutus' manner has become hard and he lacks the gentle look of friendship. What reason does Brutus give to Cassius for not going to the games? With whom does Brutus compare himself to? Brutus says that he is in no mood for games and frivolous activities. He tells Cassius that he lacks lively temperament which Antony has. What does Brutus tell Cassius regarding his conflicting thoughts and emotions? What effects are they having on Brutus regarding his attitude towards others? So the answer is Brutus tells Cassius that he is suffering from internal conflict. That is why his attitude towards his friends has changed. It means no offense or neglect to friends, but he has failed to show customary respect and courtesies to others. What is Cassius' motive in showing his friendship towards Brutus? How is Cassius shown to be a schemer? Cassius has his own selfish motive in showing his friendship towards Brutus. He wants to poison Brutus' mind by speaking about the growing powers and popularity of Caesar, whereas Brutus is no less than Caesar in any way. Now this is passage number 3. Cassius, it's just and it is very much lamented, Brutus, that you have no such mirrors as will turn your hidden worthiness into your eye. The question that follows, number 1. What does Cassius go on to tell Brutus about what the people are lamenting about? Answer. Cassius goes on to tell Brutus that people hold him, that is Brutus, in high esteem and Brutus is unaware of his goodness and nobility. People are lamenting that the oppression by Caesar is not being noticed by Brutus. Second question. What dangers does Brutus refer to after the extract? Brutus refers to the dangerous insinuations made by Cassius. Brutus says that he is not aware of what oppression is there because being a close friend of Caesar, he does not notice Caesar's tyranny. How does Cassius offer to show the Brutus his true worth? Cassius offers to be Brutus' mirror to reflect the later's virtues about which Brutus is still unaware. How does Cassius convince Brutus not to doubt him? Cassius assures Brutus that he, Cassius, is never non-serious. He does not talk insincere or false things. He is a trusted friend who is loyal in friendship. How does Brutus portray himself to be truly concerned about the present condition prevailing in Rome? Brutus portrays himself as a well-wisher of the common people. He is ready to stake his honor for the sake of Rome if it faces tyranny. Passage 4. Brutus. What means this shouting? I do fear the people. Choose Caesar for their king. Cassius. Ay, do you fear it? Then must I think you would not have it so. Question 1. Why are Brutus and Cassius alone together at this time while the festivities are on? Answer. Brutus and Cassius are alone together after the exit of Caesar at the Lupercal festivities because they are discussing the affairs of the state in the wake of Caesar's triumph over Pompey and his sons. Why is Brutus not in favor of Caesar becoming king? Brutus is not in favor of Caesar becoming king because he fears republicanism can be in danger if all powers are vested in one person. What two weaknesses of Caesar does Cassius highlight to Brutus? Cassius highlights Caesar's weakness as 1. He proved to be a poor swimmer when challenged to leap into the turbulent waters of the river Tiber, and 2. Caesar cried like a helpless girl when he was stricken with fever in Spain. Fourth question. How does Cassius compare the names of Brutus and Cassius to that of the name of Caesar? Cassius compares Brutus and Cassius that when pronounced, they have the same emphasis and sound as good as that of Caesar. Brutus comments, I do fear. What does the word fear signify? How does Cassius interpret the word fear to judge Brutus' mind? Answer. The word fear signifies some happening unfavorable to the individual as well as to any well-wisher of the state. Cassius interprets the word fear to arouse Brutus' spirit to rise against Caesar. This is passage 5. I, as Aeneas, our great ancestor, did from the flames of Troy upon his shoulder, the old Anchises bear, so from the waves of Tiber. Question 1 from this passage. Who speaks these lines? Who was Aeneas? Cassius speaks this line. Aeneas was the founder of Rome. When the Greeks burned the looted Troy after 10 years of siege, Aeneas rescued his father Anchises, carrying him on his back. Why does Cassius compare himself to Aeneas? Cassius compares himself to Aeneas because just as Aeneas saved his father in crisis, in the same way he, Cassius, saved Caesar from being carried away by the strong waves of the river Tiber. Who is this man referred to in the fourth line of the extract? What grudge does the speaker bear against this man? This man referred to here is Caesar. The speaker bears a grudge against Caesar, who is not stronger or better than him in any way. How does the speaker compare this man to God? The speaker, Cassius, compares Caesar to God sarcastically, meaning that Caesar is no God at all. What does this speech reveal about the speaker? This speech of the speaker shows his jealousy for Caesar, whom he does not consider so great as he has been made to be believed. This is passage 6 now. Brutus, that you do love me, I am nothing jealous. What you would work me to, I have some aim. How I have thought of this and of these times, I shall recount hereafter. Question 1 from this passage. What does the word jealous mean in the extract? The word jealous in this context means doubt. So nothing jealous means without doubt or very sure. Brutus is aware of Cassius' motive. What is the motive? Brutus is aware that he has the complete understanding of Cassius' motive, which is to seek Brutus' approval and consent to join his enterprise in killing Caesar. What does Brutus assure Cassius after the extract that makes Cassius glad? Brutus assures Cassius that he will think over the plan chalked out by Cassius sincerely and seriously. This makes Cassius glad. Who enters after the extract? Caesar, accompanied by his followers, enters the scene soon after Brutus and Cassius have discussed the plan. Who does Cassius decide to pluck? Why? Cassius decides to pluck, that is stop, Casca, by the sleeve to know from him what happened that day. Now this is passage 7. Caesar, let me have men about me that are fat, sleek-headed men and such as sleep o' nights. Yon Cassius has a lean and hungry look. He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous. Who does Caesar address these words to? How does this person try to assure Caesar not to fear? Caesar addresses these words to Mark Antony. Antony tries to assure that Cassius is not a dangerous person. He is inclined to do good. How is Caesar not convinced? Caesar is not convinced by Antony's words because he wishes that Cassius should have been fat. Lean or hungry looks of a man are dangerous, according to Caesar. What reasons does Caesar give for fearing the person in question? Caesar explains why such a person is to be feared. Cassius reads too much. He is a great observer and his sharp eyes can read the character of men and discover their motives. Men such as Cassius, who have no smiles and love no music, are dangerous. Which weakness of Caesar is shown after the extract? A little later we are told that Caesar could not bear the foul smell of the shouting crowds He suffered from falling sickness, that is epileptic fit. His mouth was foaming and he was unable to speak. How is Caesar shown to be far-sighted and wise in his judgment of character? Caesar truly judged Cassius' character. It was Cassius who became dangerous out of his jealousy towards Caesar. Now this is the last passage, passage number 8. Brutus, Casca, tell us what had chanced today, that Caesar looks so sad. Casca, why, you were with him, were you not? Brutus, I should not then ask Casca what had chanced. Question 1. What had changed that day as described by Casca? Casca described that Caesar was offered a crown thrice at the feast, though it was declined each time it was offered. In what way was the incident a mere foolery? Give 3 instances. Casca says that offering the crown and its decline by Caesar was all the more foolery. First, it was not a crown, it was just a garland of flowers. Second, Caesar rejected it though he wished to have it. 3. He fell into falling sickness at the frenzy of the crowd. What information did Casca give about Flavius and Marullus? Casca gave the information that the tribunes Flavius and Marullus were dismissed from their posts for pulling down decorations from Caesar's image. What is Brutus' assessment of Casca when he leaves? How does Cassius contradict Brutus about his assessment? Brutus had a poor opinion of Casca. According to him, Casca had grown into a dull and stupid fellow, though he was quite sharp when he was at school. Cassius contradicts Brutus by saying that Casca is still quite dependable. How does Cassius judge Brutus' character at the end of the scene? What do you think of Cassius from this judgment? At the end of the scene, Cassius says that though Brutus is a noble person, he is easily influenced by persons like him. So here we end our video. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I know you all are going to be in my support. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.